Outside the Circle, Season 8, Episode 3.1. Sean, I am freaking excited. Number one, we're here. We're in the studio. We're rocking. We're standing upright. I don't have any urges to puke, so I'm happy. Then, on top of that, we had a huge weekend of wrestling. Sean, last week's show, I mentioned how we had a huge week coming up. You said, oh, it's double the week before.
I think it was double.
It is double the week before. This is out of control. Think about this. Tournaments such as Big Walnut, Hamilton Township, Logan. There were tournaments all over the city. We had Ironman up north. We had a dual meet occur. Sean, you were at Liberty. There was so much going on, out of control. But Sean, before we begin, I got to give a shout out to Coach Price at Lincoln Heights.
No, I was looking at that, man. That's pretty nice, dude.
This is real nice. Hey, listen, no word of lie. He said he appreciates me. Doesn't mean he likes me, but he did say he appreciates me.
I don't know what that means, but that means something.
I believe you. I agree with you. You're right, Sean. We had so much wrestling going on. But it's important to note, hey, I see it. I gave you that. I gave you
it. You did give it to me.
It was delivered through wife mail. And if it gets delivered through wife mail, that's right. It's got to happen.
You know what? I think you told me that too. You know, I was going to continue my Upper Arlington aerosol of shirts, but since it came wife mail and Coach Martinez was nice enough to hand it off, I figured, and I like it, man. It fits really nice. How soft that is.
Well, that's not so. Oh, that is soft.
Thank you, Coach Martinez. I love the shirt.
Good stuff.
Picks up every year.
Heck yeah.
Good job.
Look, I'm looking forward to crossing paths with him. There's a lot of coaches I'm looking forward to.
I have twice.
Have you already?
Yes.
Dang. Have you crossed paths with Coach Riggs yet?
No. Has anybody?
No, I don't think so.
It's like,
Sean.
What's more likely to happen? You find him or Waldo?
Probably Waldo, because I know what he wears. Real quick, Sean, I mean, we've got so much we got to get going, so we got to stop this. We have to stop this. But what I'm going to say is there was so much wrestling that I don't know how we could have gotten it all in. I mean, we got a 40. Yeah, we got to get moving. So stop talking. Ladies and gentlemen, it has occurred. History, or should I say herstory, has been made in the state of Ohio.
Okay.
Yes.
You got me intrigued.
Okay, good. I bought the hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
The first ever scored dual meet for girls in Ohio has occurred. As the taping of the show has occurred, just before that happened.
Okay.
Good stuff. Olentangy Orange, who we talked about, we just mentioned, hey, it's possible.
They got something going on.
Yes. Olentangy Orange travels to Miami East, home of Olivia Shore. And the girls that they've got going there, they got a little momentum down there as well. And they had a dual meet. Sean, Olentangy Orange takes on Miami East. The winner, drumroll please, Olentangy Orange. History, baby. Central District.
History.
It is history.
Okay.
Central District showed up. Olentangy Orange beats them. The final score was 48-36. 48, and if you're doing math at home, that's 84. That's 84. That means every match ended in a pin or a forfeit, 6 points.
Every match ended in a pin?
Every single one of them.
I don't know what that means, but that means something.
Yes,
I don't know what that means, but that means something to me.
It does. And I'm not sure what to go with it, but I'm going to say this. I'm hanging my hat on Olentangy Orange won the very first scored dual meet in the state of Ohio girls wrestling history.
It's going to be on a napkin someday.
Boom! Or trivia at a bar. You don't know.
The only thing that could have made that better is if it was held in Columbus. Like locally, you know how we're all big
Yes. Well, when they do have their tournament, Olentangy Orange, I do believe we'll be there.
We will be there.
Boom. Sean, what else happened? I'll tell you what else happened. Dan Gardner duels. I got a text at about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Coach Grant.
No, that's at 2:30. That's at 2:30.
Okay.
Yeah, this was at like 10 o'clock at night. Coach Pennington from Whitehall was like, Dan Gardner duels happened. Took pictures. I'm getting those uploaded on the website. But Sean, I wanted to talk about this. It is scored kind of crazy in my estimation. That's how they run it, though. You want to run it differently? Run your own tournament. That's what I say.
Okay.
But team comes up from West Virginia, and yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad team, though.
No.
We knew they were kind of like the lukewarm favorite coming in.
Right on. Winfield is the name of this team. So Winfield, West Virginia wins. They had 324 points. They best Liberty Union, which I'm not sure if they're
D3.
I thought they were, but
D3 for a while.
Okay, cool. They get second.
Count year.
Yes, that's right. 266 points, and then followed by the home school with 262 points.
Oh, they got edged by 4 points.
I know.
Man.
In their own gym. And that one 3. They still got beat by 1. Okay.
Yeah, it is 3.5.
Yeah, okay, 3.5.
I'm proud
Gotcha.
of you for knowing that.
Not a problem. Now, real quick, Whitehall and Liberty Union both had 4 champs. Whitehall has a champ in Jordan at 106, who's coming along. Haley at 132. Weingartner at 170, along with your most outstanding wrestler, Andrew Dickens.
Is he related to Charles Dickens? I mean, it's the holiday season.
That is true. It is the holiday season. I don't have to ask on that.
Okay.
That's a good question. Liberty Union walks out with 4 champs. They had Curtis Barnett, not to be confused with Curtis Barnett Sr., who was a state qualifier for Groveport Madison back in 1995. Drop in knowledge. They had Kosh at 152, and they had Fleeman at 195, along with Walker at 220.
That sounds like a great day of wrestling.
Dude, that is a phenomenal day of wrestling. People got, well, I'm just
It's a great day.
It's a great day. Let's scale that back a little bit. Sean, that's what happens at Whitehall. If you go north and keep going north for a little bit longer.
Oh, we haven't done that for a while.
Yes. We're directionals here. You'll go to Big Walnut.
I love that tournament.
I don't know if it's the Firehouse tournament anymore. Or the
I
Fire
don't know. I think
Subs.
that might have been a 1-year deal.
Yeah, it might have
I don't
been.
know
That's
either.
okay. The contract fell out.
See, this is one of those tournaments where we talk about, I love going to that tournament, but with the change this year where some teams stayed in their spot and some moved with the ship, we kind of got caught here and there were a lot of
You got to make a choice. That's
last year I went
to
to the Liberty, the Big Walnut, and the
Whitehall?
all last year. And this year they're all on the same
I know,
day.
I know.
So,
That's crazy. Well, I want to talk about Big Walnut because it was a great tournament. And one of the teams that we failed to mention in the show, but we talked about either before or after the show, wins it, and that's Northmore. Sean, year in and year out.
Perennial.
This team
Perennial
brings
top
it.
team.
And I'm telling you, Coach is always talking about, you got to have 14 kids, but he does a great job. He does a fantastic job getting those guys out. So, Coach Carr, if you could just tell me, if you guys have a duel with Pleasant, I would love nothing more than to be there because I think you guys are on a collision course, ending up Pleasant versus Northmore. It's going to be great. Let's go to the scores. 235 points for Northmore. They best Dublin Jerome, who, hey, great
Not
job.
a bad score.
Not at all.
Bad.
217.5 points with Hilliard Darby finishing 205.5, with Westerville Central finishing 4th with 198.5. Sean, those are your top 4 finishes. Northmore finished with, get used to hearing these names, by the way, Ramos, Amins, Christo, and Becker. You will hear those names throughout the entire season. As long as they're at a tournament, they're going to be at the MIT coming up. They will be, their names will get mentioned, yes.
You sure?
Yeah, they're at the MIT.
Positive,
100%.
Pushing them with both hands.
Both hands.
Okay.
I'm all in that they're at Medina.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Like I'm all in, I'm a host and a try. Sean, that's Northmore though.
You know another team that I was impressed with?
Tell me.
Westerville Central.
The Warhawks.
The Warhawks.
What is it that they impress you?
They had 3 champions. They got 3 champions though, but I like their champions. Javier wins it at 106.
Huge.
Steele wins it.
Oh,
and
yes.
Healy wins it at 182. You know, I was really impressed with Javier. You know, move in from out of state. We weren't sure he had a crazy match with Crawford, but he really bested that tournament, beating a pretty solid Viola from Dublin Jerome, a senior, at 106, and he beat him pretty handily. That was probably one of the most impressive results of the tournament to me.
Boom. There you go. Great job. Well, hold on. I do have a question. Before we leave Big Walnut, did the home team have a champ?
I'm going to say...
If I'm asking...
Yes.
Yes, they did, Sean. Big Walnut has Coletta 160. 160. Coletta
Sectional champ last year, 152.
Boom. Coming back, winning this.
Yeah, Linz was in the finals, but I think he faulted out there. I'm not sure, but I think there was an injury or something.
All right. Well, that's Big Walnut. Sean, let's get down to Hamilton Township. I kid you not, this has been going on. I wrestled in it.
Oh, for years.
My brother wrestled in it.
Oh, that's really not tournament then. That's a super old
It's been a while. My brother,
like 74?
When Hilliard was one school, they came and Groveport was there, and it was a big deal. They were 2 and 3 in the area, and they battled the entire night. They battled. It was awesome. It was great. It really was great. This is not your grandfather's Hamilton Township tournament, though. However, Miami Trace does come up from the south, and they win the tournament with 293 points, Sean.
Is that a lot?
That's 103 more than the second place team.
Oh, that's
Hilliard.
A lot.
Yeah, Hilliard Davidson.
Well, I didn't know if that either Jen Harris scoring.
No, they had 5
or
champs.
that Whitehall scoring. Like you know what I'm saying. You don't really know.
That is true. Miami Trace has 5 champs. And then Hilliard Davidson finishes with 190. West Carrollton comes in 3rd out from the east, I do believe. West Carrollton is 162.5 points.
West.
You would
I thought
think
that was just Carrollton.
Ooh, you could be right on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Pick Central, a team that we haven't heard too much about. Now, granted, it's only the third week of the season. They finished fourth with 157 points. Champion Branson.
I think they had a champ, yeah.
They did. Branson is your champ. But Sean,
there's some other notable.
I was going to say we
well.
would be amiss if we did not mention some of the other champs.
Okay.
Boom, Walnut Ridge. How many champs they have?
That too.
They did have 2.
Yeah, Walnut Ridge was there. Probably the team to beat again in the Central. In the
City League. Yeah, I gotta think they are.
They've had it going on for a while there, but they had
Coach Harris does a great job.
win it.
Yes.
Who participated in Derby last year, and another district one. Who else?
Molina. Yes, at 113, 120. That's a stud.
I think it was 120.
Yes, and they had another finalist.
Three finalists. Great job, Coach Harris. Yes. Keep it up for the City League. There's another match there that me and you talked about before we started filming that was like a really good, impressive showing for us. It was state qualifier for Bishop Hartley.
Bishop Reedy. Aiden Aiello.
Aiden Aiello beats.
Here's looking at you, Dad.
Charles Williams.
Yes,
from Gahanna, who just had that big one over Bauman. So great job, Aiden.
That's the 6 degrees of separation. That's a great little. That's a big win. It's not the transitive property in the fact that we think Aiden can beat Bauman, but I'm just saying that's a big win. You never can tell. I wonder when they cross paths.
Never.
That would be great. Never, probably.
Never.
You're right.
No,
You're right. Hey, Coach Aiello's doing a great job with that school, so that's a good job. Sean, that's Hamilton Township. We went from Big Walnut down to Hamilton Township. Now we're going to keep going south. We're just going to keep on going.
What's that, like Route 33?
Yeah, Route 33. We're just going to keep on going.
Hey, with that bypass, man. It's
that's nice. Yeah, you're right. Tarleton Road, it's Logan High School. Sean, I've seen a lot of drubbings in tournaments. Fairfield Union absolutely kicked butt in this tournament. They finished with 237 points. Groveport Madison gets second, the Mighty Cruisers, with 178 points. Fairfield Union has 4 champs.
Okay.
4 champs. Groveport Madison walks away with 1 champ in Jake Nelson at 220 pounds. Did a great job.
So let's switch roles here. Did the home school have a champion?
They did. They had Logan had a 170 pounder. They had Hartman at 170 get champ.
They also had 2 other kids lose in the finals. One lost in sudden victory and one lost by 1 point.
Oh, they could have had 2 or even 3 champs. I'm blaming Helber for that one.
I'm blaming reffing.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's always reffing.
Yeah. Sean, is that all we had going on?
No, it's not even the start of what we have going on. We're not even halfway through yet.
If you tell me that Madison Plains was hosting a tournament, I might go crazy.
Okay.
Madison Plains was hosting a tournament. London walks away your champ. Utica walks away second place. Now, Utica has to cross all the way across the city to get there. And it is a long way from Utica to Madison Plains, but they showed up to wrestle.
London, that is a drive.
Oh, it's a hike, bro. It's a hike. London walks away with 266.5 points. They had 5 champs. Count them, 5 champs. Go ahead. Yeah, 5 champs. Oh, they had Davis, James, Kennedy, Huff, and Antonio Burns.
Ooh.
Boom.
That's 5.
Yeah, that's 5 champs, and that's why they won 266.5 to 193.
Any other notable champs?
Yes, actually, I was actually going to say, we mentioned this 2 years ago. If you go back to the show 2 years ago, season 6.
So should I
watch the show? Yes, you should. And you should remember what we say. We mentioned a guy from Columbus East. Salon is his name. He's a 106-pound senior this year. Man, I'm telling you,
he's got off to a great start.
That's what I was going to say. He's got off to a great start. And I think that's the biggest thing. If you're going to build some momentum, you got to start off out of the gate strong and then just keep going. Yes. So I'm excited to watch that finish. Another guy that, Sean, I saw him at the Mount Vernon tournament, 285 pounds. I know you got some hatred, but 285 pounds from Fairbanks, Sean. Billy Reed Beatty. This kid does a great job every time I see him wrestling. And now here I see him a result. He's your champ.
Ooh.
He's walking away your champ. So, hey, hats off to you, young man. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
What place did he get at Mount Vernon?
He got first.
He got first?
I'm 99.9% positive. Yes.
Well,
yes.
Okay.
And that's 2 weekends. It's 3 weekends, right? 2 weekends. 2 weekends of the season. Not 2.
Okay.
It's 2.
It's 2.
It's 2. Thank you. 7-14.
So you couldn't do any better than a 2-time champ.
No, you can't. All right, Sean.
Good stuff there. That has to be it.
No, it's not. No, that's the crazy thing.
That has to be
I'm going to mention.
Our city's always so big.
I know. I'm going to mention one, and I'm going to mention what I did, and then I'm going to have you finish up with where you were, okay? First and foremost.
Okay.
Kilted Classic. Coach Gilmore has done a fantastic job bringing in talent. Sean, the biggest thing for me is this is a great tournament. It's a memorial tournament for Jeremy Ammons. and they run a great tournament.
They do run a good tournament.
Yes,
now
I agree.
getting there is like half the battle.
Now that is half the battle. Yes, I have been. I've been by it a couple
times. The
times.
freeway when you're going,
Yes.
but it takes you. You're still an hour away.
Yes, yes. But Marysville walks in and then walks out your champs. Now they scored 434.5 points. Medina comes down and they score 428. Straight Medina.
Okay.
The Bees. I think.
Gotcha. It is the Bees.
Yes. So they were only 6.5 points off.
God, they lost by 6 points.
6.5.
God, that's
yes.
gotta sting.
Oh.
Oh, come on, man.
That was good. But Mount Vernon, mascot.
Yellow Jackets. Oh.
That's good. Mount Vernon finished as third, 341.5 points. I said they did a great job.
I don't think that's right then. If you got... Okay, I got you.
No, that's right.
I got you.
That's right. Marysville walks away with 4 champs. They had Thompson at 126, Gola at 145, Will at 152, followed by Bickerstaff at 195.
You know, man, every year there's a kid I see week 1, and
Okay.
I'm like, this is my sleeper right here, and I write his name down.
And wait, are you going to tell the people?
I am now.
Okay, go ahead.
And then he does something good before
Yes.
we have a show and I can say it.
Yes.
And it's Thompson at Marysville. Man, I really like this guy at week 1, Marysville Duels.
Yes.
I was like, how did I miss this guy at Derby last year? I went back and looked. He got second at sectionals and then was a scratch at Derby. And I was like, God, this kid really impressed me. You talk about a kid who's a true threat at 126. I really like Thompson right now.
Gotcha. Now you say this now.
I really like that kid.
I got you. You say it now. This way, when people come up and like in like 3 or 4 weeks, like, dude, did you see this kid from Marysville? Watch the show.
You're on the watch the show kid. You know what I'm gonna get you for Christmas?
What?
A shirt that says "Watch the Show."
Do it. Dude, I would wear that thing out. I would wear it out.
You're
in
goofy
places.
enough that you probably would.
I love it.
Probably with those pants, you ain't taking off for 3 weeks.
Shh, that's our secret. Mount Vernon walks away with 2 champs. They had Colton Spurgeon at 113, really doing well. It's 2 championships.
Man, he's kind of working his way towards favoritism status at Derby, isn't he? I mean, he's really been like hammering these films.
Hey, here's what I know.
Guys that are pretty good, he is just making it look like mincemeat.
Yes, he sure is. Here's another guy, 170 pounds, Wyatt Gregory. Put some respect on that name. You've heard it here now twice. He's doing really well.
Yes,
two-time champ.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, they're just rocking and rolling. Now, speaking of Mount Vernon, Friday night I show up to Mount Vernon. They're wrestling Watkins Memorial.
Okay.
We highlighted it last week. Watkins Memorial walks into that gym and beats them 37-30. Wow. Like, what in the ever-loving heck is going on?
Moving parts.
I know. They lost to Reynoldsburg, and then they lost to New Albany, and then they lost to Tri-Valley.
New Albany.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, but I hope I'm wrong on that. Watch the show. So they were, and they come in and they beat them.
It just goes to show.
Any given weekend.
You bring it.
Yeah.
You got to bring it every week.
Man, that is true.
You have to bring it every week.
So if you're going to be one of the top 10 teams in the area, you got to bring it every week, and especially if you want to make the climb. That's a great point. So I leave Mount Vernon, and I go straight up to Ironman, where we had a number of wrestlers. I think we had 6, maybe 7 wrestlers from the Central District actually wrestling in Ironman.
We had more than that. We had a whole team plus some.
Oh, no. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
I apologize. We had a whole team doubling coffin, and then we had some.
Yeah.
There you go. And so here's what I'm going to say here's my Ironman stick. People do not realize how hard this tournament is. You can hear me say the word was.
Okay.
Yeah. How hard this tournament was. You can hear me say the words.
Was isn't like.
It used to be.
Okay.
No, but still, it's still a tough tournament, man. It is still a tough tournament, and I'm going to give you an example.
It is a tough tournament.
Yes, it is not run of the mill. Like, you go to the Kilton Classic, you go to the Madison Plains or Logan, you're not seeing this level of wrestling. And this is what I'm going to communicate to you, and this is what I'm going to communicate to you guys. I sat down. I was in there on press row when they cleared the gym and the semifinals were about to begin. They do them on 2 mats, 1 and 2. I sat right in the middle. And it is a who's who of college coaches.
Were they like blowing those horns like at the
vuvuzelas? Yeah, they sure were. Listen, this is what I loved about it. I watched both matches all the way through from 106 to heavyweight, and I need you to listen to me.
Kind of like the Pennsylvania State tournament?
Yeah, exactly. When the whistle blew, from the moment the whistle blew to the end of the match, if you hit a stopwatch when there was no contact, and then hit it again to stop it when there was contact, out of 28 matches, you'd probably have 2 minutes of non-contact.
I say that all the time.
There is, man, the hand fighting that was going on from whistle to whistle, and even a little beyond the whistle, was non-stop. If you, watching this show, have a desire for you or your child to gain in their wrestling ability, have them beat on the head. That is all I saw. I mean, these guys were slugging, grabbing hands, pulling, pushing, pulling.
Have you ever
it was
watched
constant.
college wrestling?
I have.
It's the same thing, man.
I'm telling you, man.
They're always like working each other.
And I didn't have to go to a college event to see this. I mean, it's happening right now. And guys, I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Of the 4 semifinalists,
Yes.
how many are going to be wrestling in college?
I would say probably all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a really good. And then, so that's number one. Number two, the second point I'm going to make is it doesn't matter what you score. You had to fight for it. Unless it's like obviously an escape that they say, hey, both guys up. Every score was fought for. And the amount of energy that it takes that you expend, I'm telling you, the amount of energy that it expends to get 2 points takedown is probably more than most kids spend an entire year.
I agree with that.
That is how intense it is.
Especially
Yes.
I'm still laughing that you said, it doesn't matter.
I say all that to say this. We had 2 individuals walk away as place winners. They were both from Dublin Kaufman. Riley Ucker at 220 places 8th, which is a huge testament to Riley Ucker. He had a huge match in the blood round to place. He had to pull together 5 minutes because it was consolation. He had to pull it together, and he pulled it together. He did a great job. The other placer we had was state champion, returning state champion, and now Ironman champ Seth Shoemate. Absolutely did a fantastic job. That kid is non-stop go, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, I heard he's in the portal going to Penn State.
That's actually pretty funny. I hate the portal. But, Sean, that's where I was this weekend.
Okay.
Where were you?
Probably on my couch at home eating Cheetos or something like that. Actually, I went to the Olden Days Delivery Tournament. I love that tournament. If you ever get a chance, don't worry about the wrestling. Go in the hospitality room. Sandy will hook you up. But it was great wrestling.
Yes,
I'm going to give you a crazy stat.
Okay.
10 different schools.
Go ahead.
10 different schools at that tournament had a champion.
There's only 14 weight classes.
10 schools. Can you believe that? When me and Mark first looked it up, we're like, just started counting them. We're like, 10 schools had a champion? Like, I can't remember the last time I've been to a tournament where like 7 or 8 schools had a champion.
When there's one school monopolizing 5 and 6,
that happens a lot.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, you're right.
10 different schools, which I don't know what that means. But that means something. That means something.
I got you.
But it was a great day of wrestling all the way around. Olden Days and Liberty came on top. And when I'm watching this unfold, it's through track wrestling. So they have real-time scoring.
Yes.
And they know they're down by like a point and a half late.
Yes.
So they needed a pin at 220. They got it with Tong. And then they needed a pin at heavyweight. And they got it. Remember you talking about Mount Vernon? Like, and they were just all rallying each other.
Yes.
You could see the team really bonding, like getting into this. And to pull it out, I mean, they truly stole this in the middle of the night from Medina Highland.
That's
They had this won the whole day, and it was a great showing. Did they have any champions?
Olin Tangent Liberty. Now, I wasn't there, but I'm guessing, well, you just told me 2 pinned in the finals, 3 guaranteed. 3 champs.
3 champions. Giuliano, 45.
That was my guy.
Tom.
Yep.
And then Russo, who had a great tournament at 95.
Russo. Okay, I'm listening.
Good job there.
And what did he do last year at the sectional and district tournament?
We talked about this. He got second in junior high too.
Kyle Snyder. That's right.
Good job by him. Really, he really impressed me. Very technical guy.
Olin Tangent Liberty. Westerville North walks away with 2 champs, and I want you to remember these names. Interesting factoid. Ready? 120 pounds. Thank you. Gooding. And Connor Uden at 138.
What did those 2 have in common?
Ready for this? Pins all the way through the tournament.
Both of them pinned in the tournament?
All the way through the tournament, yes.
Great job.
That is, I like to use the word dominance.
Ooh, Connor Uden is dominant, though.
Wow, he's good. He's amazingly good. So that's great. Hartley, they had champs.
Hartley had the 2 champs. They had 3 finalists, the Petrella boys.
Yes.
Michael Petrella wins it at 126 over state qualifier Graham from Tates Valley. And then Dylan Newsom had like
Who's this kid?
Talk about coming out of nowhere. He beat 2 Division I state qualifiers to win the title, and there was 3 total in his bracket. So a great showing by him all the way around, and definitely a great coming out party.
That's huge, Sean. Well, honestly, Sean, Olin Tangent Liberty has a big concentration. What did we say? 21 D1 schools?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to talk about this. There's 21 D1 schools. A couple teams bailed out late. But when I'm looking at the bracket, you got some buys here and there. I think the problem in wrestling now is back when we wrestled, if your 120 pounder wasn't that good, you brought him anyway and he just went 0-2.
Yeah.
Coaches don't do that now. Coaches bring I'll bring 10 kids, I'll bring 8 kids. My kids that I don't think aren't ready, I'm going to send them to JV. And I'm not trying to say what anybody's doing is wrong.
Right.
I'm just
communicating
saying,
what's happening.
I'm just saying the first year varsity guy doesn't get that lower level guy to work with.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get that more experience. So either the first year guy is getting jackhammered by the more veteran person.
Yes.
And I think that is a problem, not just in Central District, I think in the state, but I think it's a problem in our district. Because a lot of, and again, we all.
Is it a problem or is that the way it is?
Well,
I'm just saying, I mean, if you're trying to build something with your school.
When you want to put a big tournament together, unless you have 40 schools, you're just going to get buys, stuff like that. But I think the problem is, if you're complaining about how many buys there are in a tournament, ask yourself, how many kids did you bring?
That's true, yeah.
I mean, kind of like running your own tournament.
Running your own tournament.
So I think we just need to start, hey, man, it's trial by fire kind of deal.
Again,
I'm not against it. I'm just saying, I think that's one of the problems we have in Central Ohio about not putting our kids out there, even if they're still behind the 8.
I got you. Well, I was just going to mention there were a lot of teams there. So we looked at our top 10 last week. And, I mean, there's a lot of things.
Oh, you had state champions, nationally ranked guys.
I guess where I was going with this was before we get to our top 10. And with all this mixing, we are doing a top 10. Okay. At least you want to talk about them. I know that. I want to tell you what's going on this weekend.
Okay.
There is actually Thursday night is a dual meet between Dublin Scioto and Delaware Hayes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I'm not going to say who won that match already. I'm just saying it's happening. It already happened. And North Canton Hoover, I'll be there.
No, by the time this show gets up, North Canton Hoover will be done.
We got internet at the studio, Sean.
Well, we got Swoka. We got North Canton Hoover. Let's start Swoka.
Let's do that.
Well, who's going down to Swoka?
We got Westerville or Worthington Kilbourne.
Worthington Kilbourne and
Mount Vernon.
I want to see your boy Spurgeon.
Oh, dude. Big watch results.
Let's see what's happening here.
Let's watch. I like that idea. North Canton Hoover. I want to say there's 7 teams. Dublin and Dublin, Kaufman and Scioto. They're there.
Yep.
Watkins Memorial's there.
Tri-Valley.
Tri-Valley is there, yes.
Olentangy of the Lewis Center type.
That's right. Who are we missing?
I think that might be it.
That might be it. That's fine. And if we're missing someone, let us know. I'm down. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Shoot, Sean.
Okay.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Guys, top 10.
Are these changing from last time?
Oh, they're changing, baby. They're changing.
Baby. Let's do this.
Some of them might not change, though, but some of them might.
Okay.
We're going to start at 10 and work our way up here. And I'm going to give a little honorable mention.
Okay.
Which I usually don't do.
Should I put HM?
No.
Okay.
Westland Cougars. They really had a great showing to me. You got the Jude boys at 13 and 20. Another guy to look out for is Bryson Palmer.
Yes.
He had a great showing at 132. 132 in the district doesn't look overbearing, so he could do something well.
Okay.
And then they had Hurley.
Hurley, yeah.
He'll be 52, but I think he's going to make his way down to 45. But I really liked what I saw out of those guys, and they could be making their way in the top 10 in the near future.
Nice.
At number 10, though, we're going to stay with Tays Valley.
Okay.
And this basically starts and ends with Havens at 106 and Graham, who I think Graham, now that 26 seems to be clearing out a little bit. What we got? Episode 1 there, season 8.
Watch the show.
45-51 in the show there. Seems to be clearing out. Graham really did a great job, only losing to 2-time state placer. Havens got second as well.
Yeah.
If they can just get Liam Wilson and some of those other guys, I think they'll be able to solidify their spot there. Not enough to move them down yet. Okay. At number 9, we're going with Vernon. A team I thought maybe we'd move up there, but they had this unspeakably loss to Watkins Memorial. You know, Mark was talking about them at their tournament.
Yes.
Where they were just killing it, Team Unity.
Yes.
You know, Spurgeon looks like he's on fire. Again, we'll see them at Swoka. Maybe get a
Archie Mulligan?
Frankie Mulligan. We'll give them their one Frankie Mulligan. They're done for the season with their Mulligans.
Let's see what they do with the Swoka. That's a great call.
So we'll
I've always said that the worst reaction is an overreaction.
Oh, look at this guy stealing my stuff now. And number 8, I know this looks like we're not doing anything, but we actually are. The Monarchs of Marysville coming off that big win at the Kilton Classic. They usually get out to the Swoka this year. They're not. They're going to rest for a little bit and then make that push up to Brecksville. But I really like this team. We talked about Thompson. I'm a big fan of this guy. Another guy to look out for. Okay. But now that Hurd's down to 38, you got him, Will, Gala. You just got a lot of got going on. I know. That's getting crazy. But we're going to put them at 8 and holding steady. The team that's fallen the most, Dublin Scioto. God, these guys cannot catch a break. Some of their own doing, some of their not own doing. But they got alpha problems, skin issues. God, that Howard scratch at Old Tater is probably the worst skin scratch I think I've ever heard of. Injuries, this and that. But I still think they'll be able to get together. They'll probably take a limited team up to North Kent Hoover. And I think they're going to rally the troops and shoot for probably Kevin Cleveland.
Oh,
they're going to try to start to gain some momentum.
Heck yeah.
At number 6, team we're moving up one. The Warriors of Westerville North. Looked impressive to me. Me and Mark talked about some of their other teams. They sent to other tournaments that had pretty good wins. Coach Grant does a great job. You know, he's brought maybe 11 or 12 kids. Sent a couple teams over to Big Walnut. Sent some people over to
Madison Plains. Whitehall.
I mean, to me, getting down to 13 and Gooding getting down to 20, who just pinned his way through there, is big for them to get other guys in there. Really look for this team, maybe moving up. They'll be at Medina, so we'll get maybe a bigger view of what they got going, but we'll move them up one spot.
All right.
At number 5, the team we're moving down a spot this week is the Gales of Lancaster. You know, we talked about when beginning of season, I thought these guys were a better dual meet team than they were a tournament team. And I talked about Titus Johnson for one, looking like a small 52-pounder. This week he shows up at 38, which he had great success, but where are we putting Miller at? Where are we putting Chase at? You know, when we get to these tournaments, you only got one.
Not my concern.
We only got one single at 38, but in the dual meet, they'll be able to stretch him up to 52 and do a great job. A team that's just had horrible luck with kind of like Marysville. They got everyone jammed in between 20 and 32, and everyone jammed in between 38 and 52. Still had a great showing. We're a little surprised they only had 2 placers up at Liberty, but if this was a dual meet ranking, I would move them up another spot.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
At number 4, we're going with the Golden Bears of
Upper Arlington.
The team that's done nothing wrong yet. This is the week that maybe they're going to make that move. Thomas is going to try to get down to 6, beat to 13.
This is the week to do it.
They're going to be at Medina, so we get a broader view of them. They're holding steady here.
They might go to Marion Harding, but I think these two do go to
They're both at Medina, but we have another show coming up before
we're
going to move them up.
Lancaster does too.
At number 3, and this is where it all comes unfolding. What was the problem, Mark? What was my first thing?
Watch the show. Oh, wait. No.
2 is too high and 6 is too low.
That's right.
At number 3, we're going with the Pacers of Delaware. Moving them down a slot. I don't think their Liberty showing getting third there was as bad as maybe it looks like on the surface.
Okay.
They did have a champion there with May. They had a lot of other guys do well. They looked all solid to me all the way around. I still think it's going to come down to 195 and 220 for them. That's how far they go at Derby. Those are weights that are just going to be competitive. They have a competitive guy, but they need to be on when they need to be on, and that's what we're going to look for.
Good call.
So at number 6, number 2, the Patriots.
Gotcha.
Liberty. How my phone about blew. I thought it was going to explode when Liberty won their tournament. What did I tell you? 6 is too low. And in all due fairness, Liberty really did look good to me. It's something about them that's changed. I think over the last 4 or 5 years, they've had superstars.
Yeah.
This year they have stars, but they're not superstars, and I see more of a team unity.
Yes.
Like they're all as a big group. Before, I just thought I would see kids like I'd wrestle and I'd go in the stands. This year they're really buying in as the team unity. We talked about it. They knew they were down 4 points late at the tournament. They all started rallying behind each other. The whole crowd got into it. Kind of like Upper Arlington and
Mount Vernon, I thought. Mount Vernon.
That duel, center roll. Yeah. Crazy stuff there.
Frankie Mulligan.
I really think this team is starting to gel as a team. They're, like I said, Russo is on the verge of being something special. Giuliano, all these guys, I was really impressed with them, and we're putting him at number 2. I'm not putting him at 2 because I think they'll beat Delaware Hayes at Derby, which they could. I just think they're a better dual meet team. They're going to wrestle each other late January, I believe, at Liberty, and I just think it's a horrible matchup for Hayes.
Yeah, gotcha.
But at number 1, Kaufman, I think we just put that there in stone.
Gotcha.
They're just overwhelmingly the team to beat. They do have a lineup change there. I see Jimmy Ballman is now at 138. I'm not sure if he's going to be there for the duration or what. Broski is making his debut. I'm sure most of you have seen he was entered at North Kent Hoover at 160. I'm kind of surprised at 160. I honestly thought he would go at 170. 170 just appears to be a little bit easier to me.
Maybe they make that change later.
And at this point, so you think you start high and go down low. That's usually what happens. But anyways. They're the team to beat, so that's what
they're going to get this certification. They're going to get their 2 pounds. They're going to move forward. But this is an option for later on in the season. That's what I'm saying. They want to get this out of the way now. Options, Sean. You gotta love options.
Yes, options.
Sean. Boom.
This is our new top 10.
This is our new top 10.
It probably won't change. We're going to do a show next Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Yeah.
Monday or Tuesday to recap Swoka. We'll recap.
Well, it's got to be Monday because Christmas Eve is Tuesday.
We don't take days off.
That's right.
We'll recap the Swoka and we'll recap.
Yes, North Canton Hoover.
North Canton Hoover. And there's probably a couple other duels going on too that we don't know of. And then we'll talk about the upcoming Medina and Brecksville tournaments.
Ooh, those are huge. Marion Harding's in there.
Marion Harding, West Jeff has a tournament. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Man, there's
we'll give a little recap of what's going to happen.
Yes, I love that, Sean. And so here's the deal. Here's what we need you to do. Watch the show. And now you are inside the circle.